Andras. Among the 72 spirits, most can be commanded. One of them will simply kill you. Andras arrives as an angel, but the head is wrong. The head is a black raven's, set on a body that should not have wings. He rides a strong black wolf. The sword in his hand is not being drawn. It is already raised. His office is to sow discord. That sounds small. The next line is not small. If your circle is broken, if your seal is wrong, if anyone in the room is careless, he kills you. He kills them, quietly, completely. There is no second warning, because the first warning is the only one you ever get. The Lemegeton states it without ornament. If the exorcist have not a care, he will slay both him and his fellows. You do not summon Andras. You give him permission to test you. Vepar. Vepar does not need a blade. He needs 3 days. He appears in the form of a mermaid, calm, almost still. He governs the waters and guides ships laden with weapons. That is not why his name is feared. There is a second office. He causes men to die in 3 days, by putrefying wounds, by sores that will not close, by worms that breed inside the flesh. 3 days. The first day, the wound looks ordinary. The second day, something is moving inside it. The third day, no description is given, only the result. No medicine reaches what he places there. No physician undoes it. You are watching the clock. The clock is faster than you. Solomon's text is exact. 3 days, putrefying wounds, worms breeding in the flesh. The wound is small, the hours are not. Zepar. Zepar destroys the body from the inside, while the body is still smiling. He appears as a soldier, red apparel, red armor. His office is short. He causes women to love men and to come together in that love. Then, in the same line, the same hand does something else. He makes them barren. Read the order carefully. The love comes first. The closing of the womb comes after, invisible, silent, beneath the affection. You feel the love. You do not feel the second thing happen. There is no event to react to. The wound only becomes real years later, when nothing arrives, and nothing keeps arriving, and the cause was set down long before your birth. The Lemegeton does not separate these two acts. It writes them as one office, 2 cruelties folded into a single sentence. Not a wound that bleeds, a wound that simply ends. Glasya-Labolas. Glasya-Labolas works through love that is real. The love is the cover. What arrives underneath the love is murder. He appears as a dog with the wings of a griffin. He teaches every art, every science, instantly. No years of study, no effort required. And his real title comes next. Not teacher, not scholar, the author of bloodshed and manslaughter. Read that word again. Author. Not witness, not weapon, author. The murders that follow him are his text. The brother turning on the brother, the friend turning on the friend. He can also cause love between friends and foes. That is not a separate ability. That is the setup. The friendship is the ingredient. The closeness you trust is the door he uses. Solomon's text gives him a title most spirits never receive. Author of manslaughter. The hand holding the knife is not the one deciding to lift it. Marbas. Marbas does not need a hand. He does not even need to be near you. He arrives as a great lion. On command, he takes the shape of a man. He answers truly of things hidden or secret. And on the very next line, the second office, he causes diseases, and he cures them. The same authority, the same hand. The illness that arrives without warning, that has no source, no contact, no story, that doctors cannot trace, that medicine cannot touch, belongs to him. So does the cure. There is nothing to fight because there is nothing to find. You can only do one thing. You can ask the hand that struck you to lift itself, and asking is never free. The Lemegeton places both offices in a single sentence, wound and remedy, written as one act. You do not negotiate with Marbas. You only beg. Ose. Ose does not touch the body. He removes the person who lives inside it. He appears first as a leopard. After a moment, he takes the shape of a man. He has 2 offices. The first is ordinary. He gives true answers of divine and secret things. The second is not. He can change a man into any shape the magician chooses. And there is a sentence most readers miss on the first pass. The man who is changed thinks nothing except that he is, in verity, that creature. No struggle, no awareness. The transformation is invisible to the one transformed, because the part of the mind that would notice is already replaced. Now picture the door of your own mind opening for half a second. You do not feel it open. You do not feel it close. The you that steps out the other side only knows it has always been this. The Goetia uses an exact phrase. In verity, that creature or thing he is changed into, nothing is taken from you. The you that would notice it is already replaced. Astaroth. Astaroth is older than the body, older than the mind. He stands before the fall. He remembers it. He arrives as a hurtful angel, riding an infernal beast shaped like a dragon, holding a viper in his right hand. Before any of his offices, there is a warning. Do not let him approach. Not because of the viper, because of his breath. The exchange of air between him and you is what kills. The instruction is to hold a magical ring near the face, a thin disk of metal between your lungs and his, and what he gives in return, true answers of past, present, and to come, all secrets. And one more thing promised by name. He will tell you, willingly, why the spirits fall. The oldest question in creation. The price is to stand close enough to die. Solomon's text is direct. Lest he do thee damage by his noisome breath. The ring is not what protects you. It is the only thing in the room that remembers his name. Paimon arrives with an army. A man on a dromedary, a glorious crown. Around him, before him, a host of spirits with trumpets, cymbals, and instruments. He is very obedient unto Lucifer. He commands 200 legions. When he arrives, he roars. His first speech is so loud the magician cannot understand it, until the magician compels him. That is not a stage entrance. That is what cosmic authority sounds like. What he answers comes next. Read it slowly. He can tell you what the earth is. He can tell you what holds the earth up in the waters. He can tell you what the mind is, and where the mind is. The questions you have asked your whole life, the ones no one answers. Paimon answers as small favors. Your largest mystery is routine for him. The Goetia writes these offices in a single short paragraph. There is no hesitation. He answers. Period. He answers, and you remain small. Bael. He carries the first number, the first principal spirit, the opening name in the entire system. The first sentence does not waste words. A king ruling in the east, 66 legions. He speaks hoarsely. And then the line that is hardest to read out loud. He appears in different shapes, sometimes like a cat, sometimes like a toad, sometimes like a man, and sometimes all of these at once. All of these at once, not shifting between them, not one then another. 3 forms held in the same instant, cat, toad, man, speaking with one hoarse voice from somewhere among them. When Solomon opens the brass vessel by the lake of Babylon, when the bound spirits escape into the world, this is the first name that comes out. Every working that follows is built downstream of him. The Ars Goetia opens with one sentence and a confirmation. The first principal spirit, king of the east, 66 legions, Bael. The system does not start with you. He is already first. Dantalion. Dantalion is the closing threat, the final spirit in the system, the one who finishes his work before you notice it has begun. He arrives as a man with many faces. Not one face, not two, many. Every face of every man and every woman who has ever lived, layered into a single head. In his right hand he holds a book. The book is not full of spells. The book records thoughts. He knows the thoughts of every person alive. He is reading yours, now. And the line that closes the entire system comes next. He can change those thoughts at his will. The conviction you are holding while you listen to this, the certainty you carry about what is real, the argument forming inside your head, defending you against this idea, Dantalion can edit it from the inside. And the rule of editing from the inside is simple. The edit cannot be detected by the thing being edited. Solomon's text is exact. He knoweth the thoughts of all men and women, and can change them at his will. The thought you are about to have, defending yourself against this, is the one he writes.
Subscribe for more interesting stuff. Tell us your experience in the comments.